Hello and welcome to Friday's second edition of Cracking the Cryptic. Second edition because I did do a crossword video earlier on, tackling today's Times cryptic crossword. Wonderful puzzle as usual. So if you do enjoy cryptic crosswords, do check that out. I will try and remember to put a link on the screen, but that's not what this video is about. This puzzle is by Blashyrkh, who is a constructor I have tremendous respect for. Every single puzzle I have ever done by Blashyrkh has been just quintessentially clever. Blashyrkh is a very, very bright mind indeed. This is called nuclear power with a strange spelling of nuclear. And it is a basic, I say basic, I mean I'm sure the logic in it isn't basic, but the rule set's very straightforward. It's just a normal Arrow Sudoku. I haven't done one of these on the channel for ages and ages, but I did snip some comments from Logic Masters Germany before I turned on the webcam. Let's have a quick look at those. I mean, basically everyone's saying it's amazing, and some pretty famous names in the world of Sudoku there saying that it's an incredibly clever puzzle. So I'm looking forward to having a go at it. And actually, I should mention as well, I don't talk about our apps very often. I sort of assume that people know about them, but if you do fall in love with these handmade Sudoku puzzles, which is what this channel is all about, then we do have this suite of apps full of handmade puzzles by the best constructors in the world, and we have an Arrow Sudoku app, which I fully and highly commend to you. I'll try and remember to put a link on the screen to that as well. But all our apps are very, very different from the. If you go onto the app stores, the various app stores, you can find lots and lots of Sudoku apps full of machine-made puzzles that are all absolutely useless. And you may get less puzzles in our apps, but I can promise you that the puzzles that are in our apps are all absolutely incredible. So definitely do check them out. Anyway. What else can I tell you about? Oh, I think we've got, I'm just waiting for Kurt to get back to me, but we're going to be releasing my video with Hugo Schneider, hopefully on Monday morning UK time, so do look out for that. It's if you want to see proper brains in action, I recommend watching Kurt just dissect a 5-star puzzle as if it's a mere bagatelle. So that's another thing to mention. I've got quite a lot of birthdays and other announcements to do today. So let's start by wishing Auden a very happy 23rd birthday. What a lovely name. Auden, your boyfriend Nathan wrote to us and said you might appreciate a shout out. Apparently the two of you watched together, and Nathan described you as the kindest and gentlest person he's ever met. And he wants this to be a great birthday for you, Auden. So many, many happy returns. Now, over in Canada, it is Charlotte's 26th birthday today. And Charlotte, I know this because your boyfriend Indeep wrote to us and told us that you apparently have completely completed, so too many completeds in that, many of our apps. Which is that's quite some solving actually. So Charlotte, well done on that, and I hope you enjoy your sweater. Next we'll go to Joseph. Joseph, I think you're in Florida. Your daughter Leah wrote to us and said you might appreciate a shout out for your birthday. Apparently you've got so into Sudoku you started designing puzzles yourself, including for your wife and Leah's mother, therefore, her maths class. So you do a weekly puzzle for the students in the maths class. That is absolutely brilliant. Well done on doing that, Joseph. And I hope you have a great birthday today with chocolate cake, of course. Then we'll go from Florida down to Brazil, where Melissa, it's your 19th birthday today. And I know this because your boyfriend Alvaro wrote to us. And well, I have to thank you, Melissa, for making Alvaro a fan of the channel. And I think I might have shouted out your birthday last year, but you two were just friends then, and now you're dating. So there's a good progression going, and it just goes to show that basically, if you get into serious Sudoku solving, it does wonders for your love life. Yeah, spread the word. Next, Paul, it's your birthday today. Well, no, it's not. Actually, Paul, it's not your birthday. No, I'm totally wrong. This is not a birthday announcement. This is a retirement announcement. After 34 years, Paul is retiring. And I had an email from one of your friends at work, Shannon, who asked me to pass on the very best wishes of your team party mix and your work friends, and to wish you all the very best for your retirement. So Paul, I hope that makes sense, and I hope they've bought you a large cake. Oh, we're about to get visited by Maverick, who's obviously realised I've turned on my webcam and wants to come and buzz past my window in his low-flying aircraft, so I apologise if you can hear any aeroplane noise. Oh, the next one is my bad. I'm really sorry. I'm not even sure that Tobias will watch this video, but Tobias, it was your 19th birthday on the 7th of February, and I put it in my diary on the 7th of March. I'm a total doofus. I'm so sorry. Your girlfriend Lillian wrote to us in plenty of time. I don't know what I did, but when I was going through the list today, I found Lillian's email, and I was like, but this is for the 7th of February. I don't have a time machine. I'm really sorry. I hope you get to see the message, and I hope you don't think too badly of me. And Tobias, I hope you had a great birthday a month ago. And then we'll go over. Is it Gandia? Would that be how I said that? Or is it Gandia in Spain? Yolanda, it's your birthday today, and I know this because your partner Chanel wrote to us and told us that you make their hearts sing. So Yolanda, I hope you have a great birthday, and I hope you can get hold of some chocolate cake. And that is, I think, all the announcements. There's another announcement I was meant to do in the crossword video earlier on, and I messed up that one as well because I forgot to do it. I don't know how I missed that one, but if you're in the Rockies and if you got engaged yesterday, I will put it right. I will put it right. I'm really sorry. Really sorry. Anyway, let's have a look at this puzzle. Nuclear Power by Blashyrkh. The rules won't take me long to read. They are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules applying, which means we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Digits along an arrow sum to the number in the attached circle. So if this was a 2 and that was a 3, 2 plus 3 equals 5, and we'd write 5 into the circle. And that is all the rules. It's a very simple rule set, but it leads to some fabulous logic. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual, but now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, where do we start this one? We've got, I mean, it's quite interesting. Oh, okay, I've spotted one thing. There's a 3-cell arrow there, and all of these 3 arrow cells are in the same row of the puzzle. Actually, I'm going to extrapolate from that, but let's start with that deduction. So these 1, 2 and 3 would be the minimum, wouldn't they? 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, so this little circle here has to be at least equal to 6. But I'm actually going to take that a bit further. In the bottom row, look at those squares. This is a trick that comes up in quite a lot of Arrow Sudokus. There's a sort of alignment of the stars, and those 5 digits all have to be different, don't they? Now, if we populated the purple cells with the minimum we could, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, the triangular number for 5 is 15, so we know that the purples add up to at least 15, which means these circles add up to at least 15, which means that little cell is also 6, 7, 8, or 9, because of course what we can't do is if we put 5 in here, the implication would be that this is 10 or higher, which won't work in a Sudoku puzzle. So actually, I've now seen I could have got this to being this is very obviously 6 or higher, because look, there are 5 digits there, all on arrows in this box. So there's no way this could have been less than 6, because if we make any of these arrow cells, well, the minimum we could make those arrow cells would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which would make this a 6, because we're always adding 5 at least to another digit. This square has to be at least 5, because the minimum we can put on those squares is 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm not really prepared to. Is that the same shape? Oh, right. Ah, hang on, sorry, I didn't see this, but this this funny shape, which looks like sort of Mr. Tickle with an extra arm, the Mr. Tickle with an extra arm is the same shape as this Mr. Tickle with an extra arm. And also that is a 3-cell, so, okay, so, no, it isn't, okay, I forgive my brain a little bit. It's not totally symmetrical, actually. Because that is a 3-cell arrow, but it hasn't got exactly the same geometry as this one. This one goes 2 cells into box 7. This one only goes 1 cell into box 7. So it isn't perfectly symmetrical. I normally hope to see symmetry, but maybe that's why I didn't see this. But it's the same principle, though. Those squares there, they all have to be different, which means the minimum sum of these is 15. So these have to be at least 6 in both cases. So I wonder now if all of these have to be different, which will put pressure on this digit. Yeah, that's going to be what's going on. So we see this cell. We're adding up 3 digits there. Now they could be repeated. So in theory, if we went 112, this could be a 4. But I rather suspect, well, maybe that is what's happening, because I think it's always interesting in Arrow Sudokus if you get 4 circles, a sort of syzygy of circles. If we can prove all of these are different, it's putting real pressure on this circle. Now, why would they be different? Let me think about that for a minute or 2 or 3, or if these are, I don't really know. Sorry, no, I've got nothing. I've got nothing at the moment. 9 in box 5 has to be in one of those squares. Maybe. Oh no. No, that's wrong as well. Sorry, I've not got anything at the moment. I was wondering, I mean, a very simple tip for Arrow Sudoku is that if you've got a 2-cell arrow, well, providing an arrow is 2 cells long, it can't have a 9 on it. So sometimes in these puzzles you might get a circle here and just 1 cell, a 1 cell long arrow. Now that could have a 9 on it if there was a 9 in the circle and on the arrow tip. But these cells, they can't have 9s on. But 9s in this box could be in the circles or could be in those 2 squares. No 9 in the bottom row. No, I've not got anything. Bobbins, Blashyrkh, what are you up to? Naughty Blashyrkh. Hang on. There's no. So I suddenly thought there is no diagonal rule. There isn't a diagonal rule. That would have been very good if there'd been a diagonal, because then these would have been 6, 7, 8, and 9, and that would have been seriously interesting. Oh, bobbins, yeah, okay. Right. I've just seen something very obvious, but I didn't see it. Okay, let's look at this square. That square is quite restricted in this box. Because where does it go? Yellow can't go in this square, or this would be a 0 by maths. Now, could yellow go in any other arrow cell other than this one? No. I mean, because imagine that's yellow. What those two did, whatever this is, we know yellow is added to this number to get to this number. So these 2 numbers would be the same. If we put yellow on this arrow, it's exactly the same logic, isn't it? We've got, if that's yellow, then we know those 2 digits must be the same in order to add up to a constant number. So in fact, that's yellow, and now this is even, because obviously we're adding 2 yellows to get to this number, so it must be an even number. So yellow is 3 or 4, because it's either double 3 or double 4. Yeah, that's nice. So yellow can't go in the corner, because this digit we know is at least equal to 5, because I could only put 1, 2, 3 and 4 as a minimum on the arrows. So the minimum arrow would be a 4 plus a 1, which is 5. So yellow is there. And this is going to work exactly the same, isn't it, on Mr. Tickle down here? Because Mr. Tickle's third arm, these two squares, what colour should we make those? Oh, these are questions. Green? Yeah, maybe green. This green cell here has to find a home in box 9. It's the same logic. The only place it can go is here. So this is also even. These have got to be 3, either double 3 or double 4. And the interesting thing there, look, is that now these two digits are different. And we know that because the green digit in this box is in one of those two squares by sort of Sudoku symmetry thing with what we were doing with yellow. But now yellow and green are not in the same place in this box, so they are not the same number, which means one of these is 6, one of these is 8. Now that's very interesting. No jokes about me at parties, please, because these two digits are seeing those two squares. So this one, the problem is this could be 4, couldn't it? It could be as low as 4. So that's if we populate this with silly low numbers. But it can't be 6 or 8 anymore, because it definitely sees 6 and 8. This digit can't. Yeah, look at those two digits. Those two digits see 3 and 4. This one sees 3 and 4 because it sees both yellow and green. I don't know which of yellow and green are 3 and 4, but this cell and this cell both see those digits. Neither of these can be 6 anymore, because we know that these two digits sum to at least 15. So given this purple and this orange can't be 9, neither of these can be 6. I'd actually prefer that to be the other way round. If we could have got rid of 9 off these circles, we'd have known that there had to be a 1 in these strings. Oh, but hang on, we are now on our journey, aren't we, to making all these different. Yeah, I've done it. Oh, it's very pretty. It's very beautiful. This is so beautiful. Right. Or have I? hang on. No, I haven't. I've done a bit of it. Hang on. No, I can do it. I can absolutely do it. Right. Yes, these are all of these cells, all of these moons here are all different moons around the planet row 8 column 2, which is a very bad name for a planet, but this planet here has different moons orbiting it because, let me explain. Right, this is the bit I didn't see, but I have seen now. Neither of these squares can be 8. Because if either of these was 8, they would partner up with their purple or orange friend and make a 14 total for the two circles. Imagine this was 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. Well, we know these add up to at least 15, so 8 is out. I don't know why I could see 6 was out and not 8, but anyway, I have seen that. But now this gets very pretty. It gets very pretty because remember, purple and orange are different. So one of them is a 6. Now what happens to the 6? How are we going to make... Let's say this was a 6. How do we make these two add up to 15? The only way is if this was a 9. But if this is a 9, look at where 9 is in the middle box now. It's not there, so it's here, looking at this square, making this a 7. And that logic is completely symmetrical. If this is 6, this is 9, the 9 in the middle box is there, so this is 7. So these are all different, which means they all deserve their own colour, like that. And now this square is not 7 or 9, so it is very, very tiny. It's 4 or 5. So the minimum sum of those, yeah, so this is 1 or 2, because the minimum sum of these would be a 1-2 pair. Yeah, but you could put 3 on here, I think. If this was 3, 1, and that was 1, and that was 5, that would work. Yeah, there are a few things I want to think about now, actually. Well, one thing is that now, because these are all different, and we know that the 6 must go with a 9, so imagine this was 6, 9, this would be 7, 8, won't it? Which means that both of the little 5-cell syzygies here add up to 15, which means these digits are all tiny. They are, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quintuple, and this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quintuple. And therefore, box 7 is stuffed full of very low digits. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quintuple in box 7. So orange and red have to go in those squares. And I suppose purple and blue go into the other squares, which gives us a quadruple in that row. Yeah, okay. So look at row 8. We've got the 4 high digits, the 6, 7, 8 and 9 are definitely in the coloured cells. So the rest of the digits in the row are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, which means these two digits are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and that is another... oh, this is sick. This is so sick. Right, now, look at box 9. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quintuple. So what's this digit? And the answer is I don't know. But it's definitely at least 6, so this can't be 6. This is 8. So that's 8, that's 7, that's 9, that's 6. And now we are, well, now that's double 3, that's double 4. There's a 4 on here, there's a 3 on here. This is a 6, 9 pair. This is a 7, 8 pair. And we are perhaps cooking with gas. There's no 3 on a 6 arrow. Yeah, 1, 2, 4, 5. So these dominoes here, which add up to 6, are either 1, 5 or 2, 4 in some order. Don't know what this means. Something. 4 comes out of those squares, doesn't it? So this square, well, this is 6 or 7, and this is 1 or 2, because we know this is at least 6. So 9 is in one of, so this is, yeah, okay, so 9 is vertical here. So 9, no, 9's still got 3 positions in box 3, I think. Okay, I might be getting stuck now. This is 7, 8, 9 by Sudoku, and that's not 9. Right, there's a 7, 8 pair in this column as well. So actually I should colour that in, shouldn't I? So that's yellow or red. And the rest of this column is 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s and 5s. I almost think I might have been better with the puzzle, colouring it low versus high digits, but I didn't know that before I started solving it. Ah, those two are on an arrow that adds up to 8, using only low digits, so they've got to be 3 and 5. So this digit is 1 or 2. I've got a 1, 2 pair. Oh, this is from 3, 4, 5 now. In this row, there's definitely a 3 in this domino. There's definitely a 3. Oh, yes, I see. Look, there's a 3-cell 7 arrow here. So that's always had to be 1, 2, 4. I just didn't see it. Okay. So now I've got a 1, 2, 4 triple in box 7. So the 4 in that triple is there, which means this square is not 4. So this is 1 or 2. This square is not 1, 2, or 4. Oh, no, much more important. This square's a 5, look. So that's a 5, that's a 3. These two... Oh, well, actually, I will make note of that. Those two digits add up to 6 on this arrow, because this is a 3, and we're adding up to 9. And this is a 6 arrow. So those two little cells there... Oh, that's probably not a very good colour. These two are the same as those two by Sudoku. This adds up to 5, which is okay. So that it would have been better if this added up to 4. Then we would have known this. We'd have known this was a 1. That's not a 3, mind you. There's a 3 looking at it. Yeah, I want to say, yeah, hang on. These are different. So this isn't 3, I don't think. Oh, that's that's so strange. My brain was like doing a loop. I could feel it going round in a circle. This is really, really weird, but it's very pretty. Again, the logic on here is very strange, but the way I could see these were different, and the reason I could see these are different is because of this 7 arrow down here. So what I was thinking of is this digit. Now that digit obviously needs to make an appearance on this 7 arrow. Where is the question? And the answer is those two cells, isn't it? Because it's not in this one. Whatever this is, it's in those two squares on the 7 arrow. Now that means this one, whatever it is, can't be this one. Because this one is down here in box 7. Therefore these two are different. So these add up to 3. And if they add up to 3, that square by the arrow is a 2. But the really weird thing is that then fixes this one as a 1. Which means this one, which we know is different from this one, is now a 2. So this one is a 2. And this is a 1, 4 pair. And it sort of iterates. Actually, that's really beautiful what that's done there, but does it help me? Right, now this is... this isn't 1 or 4, so this is 1 or 4. This isn't 5, so that isn't 1. That isn't 2, so this isn't 4. Oh, bobbins, come on. 9 is not there, look. So 9 is vertical in this column in box 5. Nearly. There is a 3 on this arrow. But the reason I know that is if there wasn't a 3 on this arrow, it would have to be a 4-5 pair. And it can't be a 4-5 pair because it would add up to 9, and this cell can't be 9 because of this pencil marks here. Obviously, if both of these digits have to be at least 4, it would have to be a 4-5 pair to keep this down to a single digit number. So there is a 3 on this arrow. So this is at least, it's 7 or 8 is what this is. It can't be 9. But the other digit that's accompanying the 3 is at least a 4. So it's either 3, 4 or 3, 5. And this digit is now at least a 4. So So that can't be a 5 anymore. One of the things we were thinking about earlier is if we populated these arrows with 1, 2, 3, 4, that would make this possibly a 5. That won't work anymore because this is at least a 4. And if these are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 in box 3, this is going to be at least 6, and 6 plus 4 is a double-digit number. So that's at least a 6. 6, 7, 8. Now, actually, it's not 6, is it? Because there's a 3 on one side of its arrows. So oh, hang on. Oh, that's ridiculous. Honestly, that's about the 4th time solving this puzzle. I've just thought that is so beautiful. That's probably my favourite thing I've seen so far, and that I really loved this. I really loved the way I could prove these were different. This is breathtakingly clever. Right, look at the corner. It's 9. It's 9 because everything else is ruled out for weirdly different reasons. It can't be 6 because this arrow would be double 3. It can't be 7 because this 3 would need a 4 to accompany it, and the 4 is there on the other arrow. So it's not 6, it's not 7. If it's 8, this arrow is double 4, and that won't work. So it can only be 9. So this is a 4-5 pair. This is a 3-6 pair. Yeah, okay, so that gives me a 5 here, and boom. That's 3 in the corner, that's 3 in the spotlight. Losing its religion, that's 5 by Sudoku. So this isn't 5. These aren't 5, there's a 5 here. So this is a 3-4 pair. 3-4 pair in that column. 5. Right, let's go back and have a look at this though. So we've got 3, 6. So there's a 6 in one of those. 4, 5, 5. Oh, nearly. No, not. Okay, 3 is in one of those squares. Yes, okay. Yeah, that's good. So 3 is in one of these. 3 is definitely on this arrow. So in row 6, where's the 3? It's not here. It's not there. It's not here because of the 3 in the corner. So it's exactly there. So that gets my 3 and 6 sorted out in box 3. So we might as well double click all the 3s and yellowify them and see if we can. So I've still got 3 to place, and they go round in that sort of pattern, which probably means it does mean we're going to have to interrupt that pattern by getting another digit somehow, and that will reveal the rest of the 3s. What about the rest? Okay, what about the rest of this box then? What do we have left to place? 1, 2, 7 and 8. I'm just going to pencil mark it because 8 can't go there. This can't be a 1 or oh no, it could be. Oh no, it can't. I was going to say it can't be a 2, and then I suddenly thought, well, actually that could be double 1, but it can't be double 1 because this square, remember, we worked out that was at least a 4. So in fact that is a 7. Okay, well that's going to be good. So this is a 7. This is therefore not an 8, so the 8 is placed in box 3. So this is a 7, and this is a 3-4 pair now, is how that's going to work. So now 4 in column 4 is restricted. It's got to be at the top here. And that's quite useful, because I don't know where 4 is in box 1, but I know it's in one of those squares, because one of these dominoes is a 2-4 pair to add up to 6. So 4 in this row now has to be there, look. So that's 4, that's 5, that's the green digit. I've got a horrible feeling that's not going to do anything. This has become a 5-6 pair in row 3. This square is a 5 or a 6, because we're adding up to 7, aren't we, with a 1 or a 2, so there's a 5, 6 pair. Okay, so this column has got a 3, 4 pair and a 5, 6 pair. So 1, 2, 7, 8, 9 is what we need. 1, 2. So this is an 8 or a 9 by Sudoku of all things. I mean, Blashyrkh, how can you make me do Sudoku in your Sudoku puzzle? I've only been going 35 minutes. It's lunacy. But I think I'm right about that. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9 are the remaining digits. There's a 1 and a 2 on this 7 arrow. And that's a 7. So I think this is 8 or 9. This is 1, 2 or 9. This is 7 or 8, isn't it? Because that also sees a 1, 2 pair. And it sees a 9. Oh, bobbins, how do we do this then? Okay, this digit is the same as this digit by Sudoku. And that digit must be the same as that digit by Sudoku. All those 3 digits are the same. Oh, bobbins, I don't know. How do we do this? Can we do... I'm not sure, actually. Oh, hang on. No. No, I was suddenly thinking there was a relationship. Well, I mean, we know this is a 7, 8 pair, but we don't know the order, do we? Oh, I see. Where's 7 in this column? And the answer is there. So that's 7, that's 1. This is a 6, 9 pair now. This is now an 8. So that's a 7. So that's a 7. Now, does that do anything? So 7 is in one of 2 more places. Now 7 was the red digit, wasn't it? So we should preserve that. And so that's the red digit. 7 is a red digit. 8 is an orange digit. And so this is not 5, so that isn't 1. 9 is in one of these 3. Oh, I've got a 9 here, haven't I? Because this box needed a 9 in it. Okay, so 9 is in one of 2 places in box 2. Oh, right, there's a 1, 9 pair here, which apparently is not resolved. Bobbins. Okay, what about the rest of this column then? 2, 6, 8. Is that resolved? That's definitely not 2. Wow, what's going on? I can't see how to do it. Oh no, I'm wrong. I was about to say 2's restricted in row 6, but I think it could be here or it could be there. I think both options are available. Oh, I see. This being a 1 has made that a 2. That's okay, that's useful. That's going to make this a 1, this a 2. This is a 6 now, so that's a 6, so that's a 6. That's a 5. Oh, the 6 is lovely. So that's 6, that's 9. Or is it? Has it done anything? This is an 8, 9 pair in the bottom row. So these 2 squares are 5 and 1. And we know the order. So that's 5, that's 1. 1 is in one of those squares. 5. Surely I can get, yeah, I can get 5 in the middle box by Sudoku. It goes there, which means this square's a 9. Which means this is 9. This is 1. Oh, we're closing in, aren't we? This column? Is that where we're looking? 4s and 8s. Yeah, where's 8 in this column? It's got to go at the top. So that's 4. So this isn't 4. So this isn't 2. I've now got a 4, 5 pair in the top row. So the digits I've not placed are 1, 2 and 7. So I might as well, I'm going to pencil mark this. That's not 2 and that's not 1. I mean, this must be resolved. Or what's going on? Okay, what's going on in this row? 1, 2 and 9 are left to place. 1, 2 and 9. That's not 1, that's not 2. Oh dear. Okay, that didn't work. All right, so this square is 7 or 8 by Sudoku. So now this square is not 8. So in this row, we've not placed 2, 5 and 6. So the 7 has to go there in box 4. And this square is a 5 or a 6. And somehow or other, it doesn't seem to be resolved. I'm sure it is resolved and you're all shouting at me, but I just can't see how to do it. What about, okay, we know those squares. This domino adds up to 6, this domino adds up to 6. So the rest of this column has got to be high digits, doesn't it? 6, 8 and 9. So this is a naked single. That can only be 8. It sees 6 and 9. So this is 8. This is 8, this is 9, this is 9, this is 6. This 8 takes 8 out of this square, which makes this an 8. That's, oh, that 6 is useful. Okay, that's given me a bit more. So this is 5 now. Aha! That's very good for both of these. Look, that's got to be a 2-4 pair now. So this has got to be a 2-4 pair. So this has got to be a 1-5 pair. And now I feel like we've just broken in again, haven't we? 8, 9. Oh, 3, 4 thingies going off. Oh, 4, 1 here. 1, yeah, 1, 3. There we go. 3, 3, 4, 4, something. 6. Boom. That is a sensational. That is one of my favourite ever Arrow Sudokus. It's very hard to create Arrow Sudokus with sort of interesting and really varied, fascinating logic, but that was absolutely beautiful. Right, now let's just, okay, I'm going to do it. I want to make it look as pretty as possible. So the 6s are purple, the 9s are blue, the 7s are red, the 8s, I gave them a colour, they were orange. So it should be 1s, 2s and 5s, unfortunately, that were a bit uncoloured at the end. But let's see if it's correct. Yes. Yes, absolutely brilliant puzzle, Blashyrkh. Again, that's a really special one. Simple rules. Look, even Maverick's giving you a fly past in celebration of your genius. So yes, we will genuflect before you. Let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back tomorrow, or no, and later, with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.